All right, guys, so we got a shocking move here from Joe Biden. This, I think, stunned everybody because he's been on a streak lately of doing anti-immigrant stuff. I mean, we've seen it. He tried to do a bill that was the harshest anti-immigrant bill that we've seen in decades and decades. He's doing this thing where he's cracking down on asylum. And of course, the right-wing position is he's in favor of open borders, even though he is objectively not, and he's doing the exact opposite, and he's being more anti-immigrant than anybody ever, but he's in favor of open borders. They're so useless. So useless. They're pretending like the crackdown is not a crackdown, right? But anyway, now Biden comes out. I think he realizes he may have overreached and he may have pissed off some of his base, continually going to the right on every single issue over and over again. So now he decided, hey man, let me temper this a little bit and let me do something a little bit that's pro-immigration. Okay. Biden opens pathway to citizenship for undocumented spouses of citizens. President Joe Biden will announce a new policy Tuesday that will make it easier for undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens to apply for permanent residency. The move could affect approximately 500,000 spouses of U.S. citizens and 50,000 non-citizen children who have a parent married to a U.S. citizen. To be eligible, an immigrant must have resided in the United States for 10 or more years and be legally married to a U.S. citizen as of June 17th, 2024, according to a White House fact sheet. Those approved after an assessment of their application by the Department of Homeland Security will have 3 years to apply for permanent residency. During this time, they will be allowed to remain in the United States with their families, as well as be eligible for work authorization. So you have to have already been here for 10 years, and you have to pass a background check. But they're saying, basically, if you're an undocumented immigrant, but you're married to a U.S. citizen, you can eventually get citizenship. Also included in the announcement Tuesday is a plan to accelerate the process of obtaining work visas for certain recipients of DACA, who have a U.S. degree and employment offer relating to their field. So in other words, sort of like highly educated and working immigrants here. This program will be announced Tuesday during a White House event to commemorate the 12th anniversary of the DACA policy that has protected from deportation hundreds of thousands of undocumented immigrants brought to the United States as children. Biden's policy announcements were praised by advocates for immigrant families before Tuesday's event. Quote, I applaud the Biden-Harris administration for heeding the call for so many of us to use its executive authority to keep American families together, support our dreamers in the workforce, and boost our economy, Congressman Sylvia Garcia, Democrat from Texas, said in a statement. The policy is facing criticism from other representatives. Of course, this is Republican John Cornyn from Texas comes out and says, another Biden pull factor incentivizing more illegal immigration and guaranteeing years of litigation. Okay. Now, this is such a classic Democrat move. I want to give credit where it's due. I'm happy that this is being done. It seems like a no-brainer to me. But, guys, am I the only one who wrongly believed it was already the case that if you're an undocumented immigrant and you marry a U.S. citizen, I thought you automatically get U.S. citizenship? Am I the only one that thought that? I was talking to Crystal about this last night, and I was like, hold on. That's not how it works. I have a total false memory of the situation. I just made up that if you're an undocumented immigrant and you marry a U.S. citizen, I thought you automatically become a U.S. citizen. Then you think that's, okay, I know we have birthright citizenship in this country, so if you're born here, you're a U.S. citizen. I knew that. But I could have sworn, I would have bet anything that, no, of course, if you're an undocumented immigrant, but you marry a U.S. citizen, then you're allowed to live here and you're officially a U.S. citizen. Apparently, that's not how it works. And by the way, it's not like Biden came out and said, we're going to make that how it works, the thing that I already thought was the case. No, he's saying you have to be here for 10 years and you have to pass a background check. And in that scenario, then, yeah, you get a process to eventually becoming a citizen. So, I mean, again, look, I get it's good. I'm happy he's doing it. I think if you deport these kinds of people, I think you're a total fucking psychopath, right? I mean, it is next level. You're people who've been here for so long, they have jobs, they're family people, they're part of the American system completely. They're married to a U.S. citizen, but they're undocumented, right? If you look at those particular people, they could ship them out. Guys, who are we kidding? These people, if you deport these kinds of people, you're so far above and beyond just like, we're going to go after the criminals and we're going to go after MS-13 and we're going to make sure the bad guys leave. These are not bad guys. These are not bad guys. So, look, again, I thought it was already the case. I thought those people automatically become U.S. citizens. Apparently, that's not the case. But it's like a very soft, middle ground, centrist policy, which is pro-immigration in a limited sense, right? So credit where it's due, but also, who are we kidding? Let's go that step further and make it that if you marry a U.S. citizen, you automatically become a U.S. citizen. Right? Am I crazy? Put in the comment section. I need to know. How many of you thought what I thought. That if you marry a U.S. citizen, you become a U.S. citizen. How many of you thought that? Because, look, my guess would be over 80% of people were like, yeah, I thought that's how it worked. So anyway, apparently it's not. But now it is the case if you've been here for a long time, and if you pass a background check, then you'll be able to become a U.S. citizen. So anyway, good move from Biden here. But yet again, it's classic Democrat, right? On certain issues, we'll take like a step in the right direction when we have to go 23 steps in the right direction. So, but, whatever. I'll take the minor W where we can get it. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.